Konnichiwa, my name is Disakura and you're watching PokeCast. Today's video is going to be on a special event where I'm going to be showing off my game collection and touring everything here. It's going to be a lot of fun. I would like to say thank you to everybody that joined in on the vote on Twitter. Strangest thing was I had at least one person go, nope, which was really weird. But, you know, there's always those one people, I don't want to see it, because A, yours is better than mine, B, I don't care, I'm going to be a troll, or C, they just have to do it. So I guess that would be the same as B, as being a troll. Anyway, so, thank you everybody that voted. Guys, I've obviously had fun and wanted to see this, so I hope you guys are going to enjoy. I would first of all like to apologize. I only have my iPhone to do all the recording, so my that's what I have. It recorded really nicely. It's just the microphone's not very good because I didn't have a spare microphone for my iPhone, so it's going to sound a little weird. I'm going to do my best to fix that. Well, let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so we're going to be starting right here. This is one of my shelves of figurines. It does have a lot of anime and other figurines up here. Definitely one of them I'm very proud to have. Got a couple in there, which is quite nice. And I even have some artwork back there as well. Now as we come down, we're going to be looking at the top of my PS4 collection, which has a couple games back there. And more collectibles, because you know it's totally fun to get some nice figurines. As you see right there, I even have a original Donatello and a couple more figures, which are pretty nice. So right here, of course, is my PS4 collection, with all of them being alphabetized. Can't help it, needs to be organized. Can make it annoying at times. So we got all of those. Moving along, next is going to be on top of my PlayStation 3 collection, more figurines with a couple I'm definitely really excited to have, including Yellow Submarine. And then of course we have all the PlayStation 3 games with the lovely glare from the light. So hopefully I'm not moving too fast for everybody. Got a lot to cover. But yeah, you know, you keep an eye out for deals and sales. That way you can get a hold of some really nice titles at good prices. And right here, of course, is some more of my figures. Of course, Disney Infinity, got Amiibos, Skylanders. Right here is for Kamen Rider Summons, and more. As we go down right here, got my PlayStation 2 and some of my Sega Genesis collection going on right there. Right there is one of my gems of my collection. Got it for a good price from a good friend. And more down there with a Yoshi and a one of my kangaroos that's upside down. Here's also where I have player's guides, some cookbooks, Mahjong set, on various PlayStation 2 games that don't have cases, on DVDs as well. As we move on, here's some more PlayStation 2. Even have a CDI game right there. Fortunately not Zelda, but yeah. Down here in the back, can't see very good, but those are my non-case Game Boy and Game Boy Color games. With a couple more PlayStation 2. And down here we got, let me move Sunshine Bear out of the way. Nintendo 64 box games. And my start of my Xbox collection right there. And even got a Quiz Whiz, and right there's my PlayStations. Of course, PS1 is US, and the PlayStation 1 is Japanese. And as we go over here, continuing on with Xbox, there we are. There's another piece I'm really happy to have, the Super Mario Galaxy coin that only came with pre-orders. Then we have Wii and Wii U games right here. Also got my Game Boy collection right there, and a Pokemon Mini. These two I'm very excited to have. Here's my DS collection of the ones I guess I don't really use very often, but got some more Wii games right there. As we move on, come over here, we have more figurines with a couple of card games, and right here is my Atari collection. And my favorite game of all time, which is right here, Food Fight. It's just absolutely amazing. And this is where we start the PlayStation 1 collection. So I got a ton of really great games and a couple rare ones that I'm very excited to have. And right over here, we have my PlayStation Game Boy player. It does work, not with all Game Boy games, but some of them it actually does work. And then of course right here I have my Game Boy Color games that won't fit in cases, and right there is my Game Boy Advance collection, including a e-reader. And there's of course my mic, so that's kind of how it is. And then these are just some extra games that I will be doing more of the free game giveaways a little bit in the future. Moving on, we have some more figurines and a couple more items I'm very excited to have part of the collection, including this little Looney Tune bus, which I actually got at a dollar store. Coming down here, we start the PSP and UMD collection. And yes, I have them all on one shelf somehow. Under that, it goes into the Vita games. And absolutely love my Vita. Fantastic system. Down here, we have, of course, Quest for Fame complete in box. And GameCube. On 3DS. And yes, I do have all of the Animal Crossing games for the GameCube. So it's not too bad of what I have so far. And yeah. Alright, now we're at the next spot, which we have some really nice figurines that I was lucky enough to come across, and some big box computer games which I absolutely love and have never beaten because they're pure evil. This is where, of course, my movie collection starts, really with the Blu-rays, and so we go down, go into some more Blu-rays with some a large portion of my Japanese movies, of course some card games, and this one is a complete in-box series that I fell in love with when I was doing one of my videos, and I was very lucky to obtain one. So we go down, you can see I have more DVDs down here, a lot of cartoon series that I grew up with, and some more anime and other fun things. And yes, trivia games. Go to love trivia games. Going down some more, a ton more DVDs right here. All of these ones right here are actually part of my PSP Collector's Edition and Vita Collector's Edition for a game. Then down here, got my flashlight to help out. This right here is where I keep my trades. And the cool thing is that Civil War Collector's Edition right there was given to me by a customer at GameStop because I found the perfect game that him and his son absolutely fell in love with. I was very surprised. Then we have the corner of things I don't have room for. Best way to describe it. With a lot of my big boxes, even right there's a collector's edition. And yeah, and as we go up, we got two really great posters right there. A really old Pokedex and a Zelda poster with some nice little things hanging off of it. Going over here, got some more light right there. We got this corner which has the evil baby right there. This is actually a controller for babysitting mama if you have not played it. Some amazing Jenga games right there. And as we go down, right here is my Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance, and Intellivision collection. So I have a ton of really good ones right there, including 2 games for the Pokemon Mini right there. And yes, those are all complete in-box Pokemon games. And the Game Boy MP3 player, which doesn't work very good. Next we have anime and manga, which on top of it we have more figurines. We have 2 collectible glasses from, I believe, Burger King. Some more DOS games right there. And yeah, so right here is all of my manga series that are complete. I shouldn't say complete, but I have more than one. So this is where I keep all my series. If they are just a single volume, unlike a complete omnibus, it's stored under my bed. Another Quasar right there, love that. And of course, Yahtzee, Zelda, couldn't pass that up. And a couple more collectibles right there. And right here is my Kids Station Complete in-box Sailor Moon game. And right there is my 2 Lifespan Adventures, which are educational. I do not have the complete series. There's over 130 games. No way I can have those complete. Right here is some more posters. These are, of course, the 2 Pokemon timelines. And yeah, absolutely love having those. We move on, we got some more posters. But there's a nice little thing. This right here, let's see, I'll turn off the light for you guys to see it. If the light turns off, there it goes. It's a glow-in-the-dark Star Fox that I made myself. Right here are my main anime DVDs. Like, these are some of my favorite series right here. Or to be soon favorites, because I'm watching them. And as we go down, we got my big box PlayStation collection right there, with a collector's edition of that game, and more anime DVDs. Right here is the important drawer. This is all Nintendo 64 games. Very excited to have. Next, as we move over, this is a pride and joy of mine collection. This was made by my mother. This is an actual quilt, and it's folded because it's so large. This is actually from the Mario Paint Player's Guide, and yeah, it's absolutely fantastic. Right here is where all the magic happens. If you follow me on Twitter, this is where I take all my pictures for my stuff. Underneath, of course, I have more games. Under there, more board games than video games. And here is, of course, a Darth Vader puzzle I put together with cat ears for Mario. And controllers. Yeah, you get a lot of them. Alright, now we're on to the last part of the collection, which is the main room. Got some good posters right there, and I have a ton of fantastic posters on the wall, which are nicely glaring. And of course, a fantastic poster of Dragon Ball. Got the complete series, where I can read it. If you can read Spanish, it is a parody of Dragon Ball, like, and everything else. totally worth reading. So, got some really good posters up that really help out. Gonna kind of skip back right here. Here is my game station, where I play all my games, basically. And an Apple TV, because, you know, why not? But whenever I'm going to play anything, it's usually the PS3 is like what I move out and bring something else in. A little bit over here, sorry about the fast spin. Some more posters I'm really happy to have. And yes, it is a gold and silver Pokédex from the Player's Guide, or Nintendo Power, I forget which one. There's a nice little piece of collector's edition. My friend wanted the game, but I got to keep the map. So I won out, in my opinion. Now here's some nice little things. I want to show these off. This is a Batman quilt that my mom made me as well. Found some really nice fabric, and she actually made these herself. And the back of the quilt is, of course, amazing. Also, I have this right here, which is a Pokemon quilt that she made me. I have no idea where she found this fabric. But when she asked me what colors to put on her, I told her exactly what to do, you know, and she didn't get it. She thought it was stupid. But it's like, no, Mom, you have to do these 4 colors. Otherwise, it doesn't make sense. Yeah. Right here is my DS collection. And yes, that is a keyboard that is wirelessly hooked up to the DS for a typing game, which is a Pokemon game. It's awesome. So I got all these. I do not have this game, but this is one thing I wanted to keep. And I have several other things that are really cool, including a card reader game for the DS Lite, which is awesome. I even have the piano hook on and all that kinds of things. It's really cool. Now, the biggest thing I'm going to show you guys right here, this over here is my board game collection. I had more, but I was running out of room completely, so I kept only the ones that I absolutely wanted. And yes, Wild Tiles. Fantastic game. Last time I checked, which was like about 3 months ago, $500. I found it for $5. I win on that one. When it comes to the coolest things is, this game right here, I believe, is from the 60s. And the game of 99 right there is, I believe, from the 50s. And yes, that is a Waterworks, or also known as Pipe Dream card version. Fantastic. Right here is where I have my PSP charging station. I have all 3 of them. And I got my Select-O-Visions right here. Very excited to have those. Tablet, iPad, cards, more. Those are actually backgammon. Extra iMac, you know, really old one. And right here is some pans, since I do like to do cake decorating. Here is just a extra drawer. It actually holds my my collection for soundtracks, and that right there is a Palm Pilot. If you don't know what that is, ask your parents. They'll be amazed that you even heard of that one. Here is, of course, 2 more posters, and I know people have seen this multiple times, but here is my figurines right here with my World of Warcraft Collector's Edition. I'm only missing 2. And here's the one that I know that everybody on my Twitter feed is always like, oh, I like that one. Where'd you get that? You know, with some, of course, important games like SimCity. And I got some real ones that I was so lucky to get a hold of on the figurines. And of course, my oldest Lord of the Rings game for IBM. And right here we have my 2 2DSs with the limited edition Pokemon one, limited edition Zelda one for my 3DS, and here is the iMac I do all of my magic on and having fun doing it. As a quick little thing I forgot to mention, right here is where I keep all my little systems, and that is a limited edition Pikachu one. So had to throw this in here because I completely forgot to mention about my systems. So yeah. Alright, well, I'd like to say thank you guys once again. I hope you enjoyed the game room tour. And, if there's any questions about any of the games you saw, let me know in the comments below. I will respond to that. And yeah, it was a lot of fun, and I really enjoyed showing you guys. And thanks again. I really hope you guys had fun. Well, this is Chris saying ciao and sayonara.